Reds are back at home on Friday to play in front of the biggest crowd of the season.
That means a big night for Mr. Redlegs.
Jeremy Rao here with the story you can see only right here on Fox 19 now.
All right, guys, the Reds like to use this picture on Twitter after a win. It is Mr. Redlegs with his big eyes and his jolly mustache. Bet you didn't notice something different about Mr. Redlegs this season. If you've been to any of the first 12 home games, you might notice he's been acting a little different, dancing a bit different. Tonight, the story behind the new Mr. Redlegs. He is one of the biggest stars in Cincinnati.
I mean, the whole thing in itself is just extremely fun to do.
A mascot for the oldest team in baseball.
Because you have this crazy suit on, you can then walk around and dance around.
But he's also one of the newest faces at the ballpark.
It's kind of a Bruce Wayne, Batman type deal where, you know, you're yourself outside of it, but when you put it on, you get into this character.
Andy Christianson is more than just a character or a superhero. He's become a familiar face of many mascot heads in Cincinnati.
Andy has always been Tommy Moe, of course, and was always the first one out and the last one in. And I found that to be, a quality that I liked in a mascot performer.
He became an overnight star as the Knight at Northwest High School. Then he fine-tuned his dancing skills at Thomas More as Tommy Moe.
He would find videos of specifically James Brown and Michael Jackson and just watch them over and over and over and study them. And so he could do the James Brown drop split and Michael's moonwalk and everything in those gargantuan floppy Tommy feet.
I remember it was the middle of the night and I went into where like the dance team used to train. And I was in there with music blasting and security guards would come by. They're like, what is going on? And then they see me, he's like, oh, okay. Tommy's in there doing whatever he's doing at the middle of the night, trying to practice things.
A thriller and nonstop entertainer at Thomas More, Andy climbed his way up through the ranks, step by step, until he finally found a way to squeeze his big head into the big leagues as Mr. Redlegs.
When that mask goes on and Andy's face is hidden, just the inner dynamic nature of him just flows.
Andy made his best pitch for the Reds, and he's now hitting it out of the park. Just 1 month into living his dream, he's making the same moves that got him here.
Really, I just enjoy being able to be me, just cranked up to 10, and it's okay to do so because you have this suit on.
It's kind of like me with this suit on. It's just cranked up to 10. I can be myself. This is a picture of Andy's mom right here behind me and his dad with all the mascots. Andy's dad told me they've already been to 4 home games this season just to watch their son, Mr. Redlegs. They're going again on Tuesday. But the best thing I think about all of this, like I talked about, Andy says he's quiet. His teachers in high school all called him quiet. 8 years of mascotting has really brought Andy out of his shell, and really, that's the fun stuff with this, guys.
I think that's great. And I think his dancing skills are on the money.
I think it's great, too.
Right?
Yeah, I met somebody at one point, Jeremy. They got like a full ride to college from being a mascot. I think that's like must be one of the coolest jobs ever.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when he was at Northwest High School, he actually sent out his tape to a lot of different schools. Michigan State was interested. Obviously, he ended up at Thomas More, and that worked out. But again, our guy Dylan, you guys know Dylan, used to work at FOX19.
Yeah, sure,
He used to be a mascot with the Reds. Timing is everything. Dylan moved on, and it opened up that spot for who else but Andy to come in and get this gig. So obviously, there was a reason for everything.
It's great. Good story.
Yeah.
Thanks.